Imagine when the whole world was running towards electric vehicles. A company was quietly preparing such a weapon from its old history, which shook the foundation of the entire EV industry. Yes, the CEO of Mazda recently said our new rotary engine will shake the electric vehicle industry. Now the question is, what is there in this rotary engine which can give sleepless nights to big companies like Tesla? Has this war between petrol and battery really come to a new turn now? And will this move of Mazda really change the game of EV forever? After all, what kind of technology is used in this engine of Mazda? In 1931, they made their first vehicle, which was actually a three-wheeled truck. It was named Mazda Go. This small vehicle was like a boon for ordinary shopkeepers and small businessmen because it had more space to carry goods and was also cheap to run. At that time, people in Japan were looking for such an option for cheap and strong transport. Mazda Go gave a new direction to the company. But the real test came when the atomic bomb fell on Hiroshima in 1945. The entire city was destroyed. Thousands of people died, and factories were reduced to ashes. At that time, it seemed that perhaps the company would be wiped out. But Mazda did not give up. Slowly, they rebuilt their factory and once again started with motorcycles and three-wheeled trucks. In 1958, they started preparing to make a four-wheeled car. In 1960, Mazda launched its first microcar named R360 in the market. It was a small, cheap, and stylish car which won the hearts of the people. With this car, the name of Mazda started reaching every household in Japan. After this, Mazda thought of doing something that was beyond the capacity of other companies. They started working on a rotary engine. At that time, this engine was considered a new technology, and it also had many advantages: compact size, more power, and smooth driving. And now, after so many years, Mazda has revived that old dream again. By bringing back the rotary engine with new technology and new thinking, they have shown that Mazda still has the potential to be a game changer. This is why today, when their new rotary engine was announced, the entire EV industry was shocked. First of all, let us know that the common engines in vehicles are called piston engines. In this, the piston moves up and down inside the cylinder, which generates the power of the vehicle. This technology has been in use for years, and even today, it is used in most vehicles. Now, if we talk about the rotary engine, then its name itself tells its specialty, rotary, that is, rotating in a circular manner. There is nothing like a piston in a rotary engine. Instead, a triangle-shaped rotor keeps rotating inside an oval-shaped chamber. As soon as the mixture of fuel and air goes into it, a spark occurs and rotates the rotor. This rotation gives power to the vehicle. First of all, let us tell you that Tesla and BYD are the two biggest players in the EV industry right now. Tesla created a craze for electric vehicles all over the world. With vehicles like Model S, Model 3, and Model Y, they showed that EV is not only good for the environment, but can also be excellent in terms of speed, luxury, and style. At the same time, China's BYD has made such a hold in its cheap and mid-range EV segment that today it has overtaken Tesla in the Chinese market. Mazda has introduced it as a range extender. That is, it will be installed with battery vehicles and will start when the battery runs out, keeping the battery charged. This will enable the vehicle to run longer, and people will not need to stop again and again for charging. Apart from this, the rotary engine is very light and compact. This means that the vehicle will not be too heavy. The speed and power will also remain excellent. Mazda claims that their new rotary engine has become so eco-friendly and fuel-efficient that it will completely fix the shortcomings of the old era. Now, if customers see that a vehicle with a hybrid rotary engine is cheaper than an EV, can run for a longer distance without any hassle, and there is no tension of charging, then obviously they can lean in that direction. This can become a cause of concern for Tesla and BYD. Another thing is that the EV infrastructure is not that strong in many countries right now. There are fewer charging points, and there is also the problem of expensive raw material in making batteries. If Mazda's rotary hybrid emerges as a cheaper and economical option, then the sales of EV companies may suffer a setback. The craze of EVs is at its peak all over the world. Companies like Tesla, BYD, and NIO are rapidly capturing the EV market. Governments in big markets like Europe, America, and China are also running schemes to promote EVs. But now, this new move of Mazda has started a new debate. Is EV the last resort, or can there be some other better option? First of all, let's talk about Europe. In Europe, people always run after more mileage, less pollution, and economical vehicles. Various types of taxes have already been imposed on diesel and petrol vehicles. Their subsidies are given to promote EVs. But the biggest problem there is the charging infrastructure. There are no charging stations everywhere, and if you have to travel a long distance, then there's a problem. In such a situation, Mazda's rotary engine, which will be installed in hybrid vehicles and keep charging the battery to increase the range, can become a big attraction for European customers. Now, talking about America, people there like powerful and reliable vehicles. The trend of EV has definitely increased rapidly there. But there too, people have started asking questions. What is the life of the battery? What will be the cost of repair? And how much time will it take to charge? In America, people still consider petrol or hybrid vehicles more practical for long highways and trips. In such a situation, Mazda's new rotary engine can meet the needs there. It can become a great option for the middle-class people. Talking about China, there's been tremendous growth of EV there. Companies like BYD and NIO have captured the Chinese market, but there are still fewer charging points outside many cities of China, and people always want a vehicle that gives more range. If Mazda launches its rotary engine at the right price and in the right packaging, then there could be a lot of demand for it there too, especially among the youth who want stylish and fun-to-drive vehicles. Its impact will not be less in India and other Asian countries. People here always want affordable and low-maintenance vehicles. EV has not yet fully taken off here because charging points are very few. In such a situation, Mazda's hybrid rotary engine can attract customers' attention here too. First of all, let us tell you that the old rotary engine was very popular in its time. But its biggest weakness was that it consumed a lot of petrol and emitted a lot of smoke. Therefore, when new emission rules were implemented in Europe and America in the 1990s, this engine could not meet them, and Mazda had to discontinue it. But now, Mazda claims that they have completely changed it. In the new engine, they have improved the sealing technology, fuel injection, and compression in such a way that now it has become much more fuel efficient than before. That is, it will be able to run more kilometers in less petrol. While the old rotary engine gave 7 to 8 kilometers per liter, Mazda says that the new engine can go up to 14 to 15 kilometers per liter.